What is up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the chronically charismatic Dr. Disaster. And stop me if you've heard this joke before, but Doctor Who released a new episode this weekend called Lucky Day, and the overnight ratings for it have broken the record for the lowest numbers in the history of this show.
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
I'm sure that by now, the showrunners for Doctor Who are hoping the show gets canceled just as much as we are. This new season has gone a perfect 4 for 4 on the futility meter for overnight ratings. The 4 episodes that they have put out in 2025 are now the 4 worst rated episodes in modern Doctor Who history. Last week, the mainstream media shills celebrated when the overnight ratings had gone up just a smidgen, but I was informed by my viewers from the UK that actually this was likely only due to the fact that there was a game being televised right beforehand, and this looks likely since the 4th episode's overnight ratings plummeted right down again, showcasing that actually the show is for sure circling the drain.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
No, there's no mistaking it. The ratings were in the gutter last year, and for reasons that aren't that hard to understand, they just keep getting worse. The thing is, Whovians have voiced their displeasure with modern Who by not watching it as it got woker and woker. But the people making the show just keep doubling down, and this latest episode is reportedly just another bad example of shoving current day drivel into this space, taking the side of the so-called progressives in the culture war, and then wondering why nobody wants to watch this crap. But the truth is, the ratings are bad because Russell T Davies and the other writers for this garbage are getting what they deserve.
I wish none of this had happened.
Then stop being an idiot. Alright, me hearties, make sure you smash that like button on this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet, and don't forget to follow me over on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it. I keep a list on there of video games lousy with woke shit pinned to the account at all times for your reference, and I was thinking about adding movies and TV shows like Doctor Who as well, but in any event, my handle on that platform is Dr. Disaster 1. Alright though, let's have a talk about Doctor Who and this latest episode that just came out. Here's a clip from the episode where he's facing off against an Alex Jones-styled podcaster type person that the show is calling its villain. His dastardly crime is spreading misinformation.
You're special for all the wrong reasons. You see, I am fighting a battle on behalf of everyday people. And then along comes this noise, this relentless noise. Cowards like you, taking people's insecurity and fear and making it currency.
Hey, lady! Shut up!
Personally, I find this narrative decision hilarious as hell, because the only way that it works as a story is if you buy into the claims of independent content creators being fountains of constant misinformation. If you question anything that they say in this story, the story unravels and falls apart faster than the ratings of this god-forsaken turd. The hilarity comes from the fact that they try to paint this picture of an echo chamber of misinformation being the bad guy, even as their own echo chamber of progressive shit libs collapses on itself as the ratings fall to pieces. Apparently, not many people are buying into the narrative that they are pushing at all. This article from the Metro tells us that actually people are comparing this episode to the worst one ever. Apparently people are comparing it to the old Love and Monsters episode from the David Tennant era. That was a Dr. Light episode, meaning we didn't see the Doctor very much in it, which is what we've got going on in this one. The character that we followed in the old Love and Monsters episode ran into the Doctor when he was younger, and he spent his whole life wondering about who the Doctor was and researching the Doctor, and he was a very sympathetic character. I know a lot of people didn't care for that episode. I admit that I kinda liked it. The character that we follow in that episode discovers a group of friends, a found family if you will, who starts getting picked off one by this creature in this image here, and then the Doctor comes to save them. This new episode is apparently very similar to that, but instead of a sympathetic character, we are supposed to hate this podcaster guy who is spreading misinformation. It's the same way that the idiots who mindlessly defend this show will label channels like mine misinformation for pointing out that the show is failing. Last year, when I talked about the first Ncuti Gatwa season, I got a lot of pushback from people in the comment section of my videos arguing with me that actually the show's viewership was doing just great and that everyone loved what they were seeing with modern Doctor Who. But this year, not so much. I'm not seeing as many people coming into the comment section and arguing with me. The truth is simply becoming too obvious to fight against. Sure, there are still people occasionally popping in and trying to refute the cold hard numbers, but this new season is breaking records for being so unpopular on such a regular basis that you would just about think that was their whole damn point for making the show in the first place. At some stage or another, the people who run Doctor Who are simply going to have to face the facts that these so-called evil podcasters, these horrible content creators, these disseminators of misinformation, we are becoming much more popular than the likes of Doctor Who because it's usually just normal people talking about things, asking questions, and we don't just parrot government talking points and corporate slogans. We are independent thinkers. Old media is damn near dead, and that includes the likes of Doctor Who. Outlets like the BBC have tons of institutional power, it's true, but that shit is rapidly fading. People are no longer hating on it quite like they did before. The Rotten Tomatoes score for this current season of Doctor Who is still hovering around 50%, for example. People just aren't watching it though. They just don't care. And apathy is absolutely the killer of franchises like this. Hatred for a show still drives in viewers, but apathy is something they can't work with. This venom that they're pushing out into the culture war, trying to stir up shit as they always do with Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor, it just doesn't work if people aren't talking about it. But I'm going to leave it there. What do you think of this latest Doctor episode? I'm assuming most of you didn't watch it, but doesn't it just sound boring, tiresome, and pointless? Drop your thoughts into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching me, Hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.